The story of St. James Cathedral in Seattle begins with one of Seattle's pioneer priests, Father Francis Xavier Prefontaine. When Father Prefontaine arrived in Seattle in 1867, it was little more than a frontier settlement. Only 2 people attended the first Mass he offered in a rented room. His bishop did not give him much encouragement.
Seattle is a lost cause. Bishop Blanchette.
But Father Prefontaine didn't give up on Seattle. He built the city's first Catholic church, Our Lady of Good Help, with his own hands. Father Prefontaine saw something special in this ragtag frontier town. In 1896, a young Portland priest, Edward John O'Day, was appointed Bishop of Nisqually.
One of the youngest as well as one of the best-looking prelates in the United States, the Seattle Post-Intelligencer.
Even before O'Day was consecrated bishop, Father Prefontaine wrote to him, urging him to move his seat from Vancouver to Seattle.
Seattle has become and will remain the headquarters and chief battleground of all the elements hostile to the Church. The morale of the Church militant requires the inspiring presence of her leader where the battle wages fiercest.
But Bishop O'Day responded cautiously to Father Prefontaine's urgent invitation.
The sacred trust which I am about to assume, as well as its serious duties and responsibilities, are entirely new to me. To make any premature advance in any direction might be imprudent. Edward O'Day, Bishop-elect of Nisqually.
But within a few years, Bishop O'Day came to see that Father Prefontaine was right. Seattle, not Vancouver, was destined to be the center of the state's commerce and industry. And it was where the cathedral needed to be as well. Bishop O'Day quietly purchased a plot of land between Columbia and Marion Streets at 9th Avenue on the city's first hill, and then he announced the move to the people.
We think the time opportune to seriously consider the subject of building a cathedral. The need of such a building is urgent, and I have every confidence that we will be able to carry out our present plans. Bishop O'Day.
Building a new cathedral was a massive undertaking. Bishop O'Day invited a friend from Portland, Father Edward Casey, to come and help raise funds for the project. Father Casey organized a cathedral fair on a scale the city had never seen.
No pains are spared and no exertion grudged, so that visitors shall be entertained to the full. Bring your friends along with you, and they will be treated to a few hours of rare enjoyment. Such a chance does not often present itself, so don't miss it.
The fair lasted 10 days and raised nearly $20,000 for the building fund. Soon, construction on the new cathedral was underway. Bishop O'Day and the distinguished building committee selected a design by New York architects Hines and Lafarge, who had also designed the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. Their plans called for a graceful Italian Renaissance-style building, crowned by a 40-foot dome. In the meantime, the community worshipped in a small temporary chapel, named in honor of Bishop O'Day's patron, St. Edward. There, the parish was established on November 13, 1904. Almost exactly 1 year later, on November 12, 1905, the cornerstone for the new cathedral was laid. More than 5,000 people gathered for this occasion, making it the largest religious gathering in the young city's history. During the ceremony, Bishop O'Day sealed the cornerstone into its place with a solid silver trowel made especially for the occasion. The place was not marked, however, making the missing cornerstone one of the great mysteries of St. James Cathedral. Bishop Carroll of Helena preached the sermon that day.
When you people of Seattle saw the growth and prosperity of your community, you thought well to build this cathedral, which is the seal of your respect for the authority of God. When the cathedral is finished, it will be the finest edifice of the kind in the West.
Construction continued for more than 2 years. At last, on December 15, 1907, the doors of the new cathedral were thrown open for the first time. The occasion was an organ recital by Dr. Franklin Sawyer Palmer on the new Hutchings-Vody organ. Performing works ranging from Bach to his own contemporaries like Widor, Dr. Palmer demonstrated the full power of the new instrument. Dr. Palmer would direct the cathedral's highly regarded music program for nearly 30 years. A week later, on December 22, 1907, St. James Cathedral was dedicated in a solemn liturgy lasting more than 5 hours. Thousands gathered inside the cathedral, and hundreds more waited outside as Bishop O'Day blessed the new cathedral church. While some wonderful statues, the work of Italian artisans, were already in place, Bishop O'Day expected that it would be some years before the interior was complete. Nevertheless, the people were dazzled by the airy, light-filled space, the great dome, and the austere beauty of the interior. Bishop Carroll of Helena again preached the sermon.
As I look out over this immense congregation today, my thoughts go back to the year 1850. What a vast change has come over this country since then. A few years ago, Seattle was unknown. Today, a city has been built up that bids fair to outstrip every other city on the Pacific coast. It is your privilege to build up a church that will be in keeping with and even outstrip the growth of this wonderful city and state.